Hello everyone and welcome to Pass the Post. My name is Michael Adolphson. We're going to go over the very best of racing from around the world. And we had Group 1s in 2 different hemispheres this week, and we will bookend the show accordingly. Let's kick things off in France at Chantilly. Right beside the castle, we had one of the classics of the year there, the Prix de Meydan Longines, a Group 1 affair over 10.5 furlongs that was dominated by France's Henri Graffard, finishing first, third, and fourth, getting the money with the Almanzor filly Gazora. The 11-2 choice is owned by White Birch Farm of Peter Brandt, and she beat out Bedtime Story from the Coolmore Associates. Kankura, the stablemate of the winner, finished a very good third. The final margin of victory was a half length between second and third. Christophe Soumillon was aboard for Graffard.
Past the halfway point, down towards the 800, and Merrily still leads the way by a length and a half. She's perfect in an ideal position in second on the inside, Zia Agnese. They're followed by Mandanaba, who's moved into fourth with Better Together on the inner of that one. Then further behind these are Kezora on the outside, and on the inner Rosé Salvaille down the home straight to the 400. Merrily now treads water, and here's She's Perfect with Mandanaba. Better Together is trying to follow those. Kankura's moving up on the outside. Also trying to get into it is Gazora, but now it's Mandanaba who hits the front with chasing Kankura in second. Better Together on the inner, on the outer is Gazora. Mandanaba, Gazora, here's Bedtime Story down the outside. Gazora goes to the front from Bedtime Story, and Gazora scores from Bedtime Story in second, Kankura third, Mandanaba fourth.
I had a good draw, but I was a bit not nervous, but thinking that if a lot of fillies without chances in front of me, I could be stuck inside. So I told Francis before the race, if I have an option to come out, try to stay in second deep or third deep, it will be great. Finally, it was nearly the ideal scenario. And when I saw Michael in third deep and Clement on my outside, I just give him a chance there. When they start to quicken in the straight, I was following them really easily. I was just hoping she will be able to change gear, and that's exactly what she did. The pace was on, and she was ready to react at the right time. I feel Ryan coming on my outside. I say, he's Aiden again. And finally, now we won it, and she had a great heart. I'm very happy for the whole team because, Tuesday morning, the filly was supposed to ride her herself in the gallops, and straight away they took the option to give me the chance to ride her. So I was very happy with that, and finally everything worked like in a dream.
Stakes action continued in France at Chantilly with the Prix Ponès Longines, a listed affair for 4-year-old and up fillies and mares on the grass there over 12 furlongs. Saxon Girl continued the big year for Saxon Warrior, winning well here for Team Valor by a short neck over Agile and Chorus. The three-way photo went to our running on Lemaitre for Tim Donworth. Agile at 9-1 beat out Chorus for the second spot.
800 metres still in front of them, and it's Miss Dynamite still leading by a length and a half. Chorus on the outer. Yana Pearl now shares third with Madame Jourdain on the inner. Aqua Augusta and Soumillon in fifth position. Agile tracks that one with Valdora towards the inner. Now pulled towards the outside is Saxon Girl in company with Tira. Also Latakia tries to make ground on the outside. Down past the 400 they go, and Yana Pearl now strikes on the near side. Chorus in the centre being tracked by Aqua Augusta. Getting through on the inner as Valdora. Here's Saxon Girl up on the outer, and Saxon Girl comes through to take on Chorus for the lead. Finishing strongly behind is Agile, but it's Saxon Girl. Agile is lunging on the outer, Chorus on the inner, but Saxon Girl holds on to win it from Agile, who's got through for second. Chorus was third.
Next up at Chantilly, we had the Prix du Longines, Group 3 affair for the 3-year-olds over 12 furlongs. Rafale Design was well regarded going into this, and the son of Star Spangled Banner did not disappoint at the 16-5 second choice, beating out favorite Shurabad, the 14-5 favorite in the process. Christophe Soumillon got another stakes win on the day, this time for Jan Barbaro. Oracle finished third in the 8 horses. The final margins were a half length and a half length between the first, second, and third.
And still the lead with Duty shows by a length and a half. over Lakota Bow in second. Faces Christian de Muro travels strongly on the inside, as does Hot Headed on the outer. Then behind those, Surabad in company with Raffle Design down the home straight and towards the 500. And Duty tries to stretch on. Lakota Bow now moving up on the outer. Ephasus. Hot Headed now comes under a ride, finds nothing. Here's Raffle Design on the outer. Look at Oracle weaving through on the inside. And now Surabad is striking between these two. And it's Surabad in the centre who's now gone to the front with Raffle Design on the near side fighting back. Oracle is just behind those in third. Three in a line go past the 100. It's Raffle Design on the near side from Surabad, and Raffle Designs won it from Surabad in second. Oracle third. They were a long way clear of the others.
Also at Chantilly on Sunday, we had the Prix du Bois Longines, a Group 3 affair for the 2-year-olds, who might have big futures ahead of them. Sheikh Ahmed bin Rashid Al Maktoum got a nice victory on the day, this time with Mujid. The Dark Angel Grey won well, beating out Ali Shuffle, the 4-5 favorite. Imperial Misen finished third. France's Henri Graffard and Mikhail Barzlona got another stakes win on the day in the famous Gold and Black.
Mujid still has the lead. Ali Shuffle is now asked to quicken, but Mujid is extending and has gone a couple of lengths clear. It's Mujid down towards the 200. Imperial Meysen is now getting going on the outside, but maybe too late. Mujid, Ali Shuffle down the centre. Imperial Meysen on the near side. Mujid is still in front, and Mujid is holding on and wins it from Ali Shuffle in second.
Now let's head over across the sea to Ireland on Thursday at Leopardstown, which hosted the Barberstown Castle Stakes, a Group 3 affair registered as the Ballycorus Stakes over 7 furlongs. The favourite in the running was 4-1 choice Mutasarraf, but it was not meant to be for him as Copacabana Sands got the victory, beating out Easy and Zodiac Bear. Winning by a length and 3/4 with a neck between second and third, the winner was ridden by Wayne Lorden from Michael O'Callaghan.
With 3 furlongs to go, it's Valiant Force in front, but has a reduced advantage, however, over the closing up Normal Cavalk, followed by Mutasarraf and Blue Drum on the inside, edging a little bit closer. Then Easy East Hampton onto the heads of the leaders, and then Royal Zabeel and Copacabana Sands as they straighten for the final 2 furlongs. Valiant Force is tackled by Normal Cavalk and Mutasarraf. Over on the far side, with getting a run in between horses, is East Hampton. Further over is Zodiac Bear. Racing to the final furlong, and they're panned across the track. Coming at them is Copacabana Sands, and down the outside is Matariki. All changed now as Copacabana Sands has gone to the front in the closing stages. It is going to step up again in the Barberstown Castle Group Stakes. Close for the second and third. Easy and Zodiac Bear a gap.
Staying in Ireland, on Friday we head over to Cork. The Irish Stallion Farms EBF Midsummer Sprint Stakes, a listed affair, went over 5 furlongs of good to yield going, and Powerful Nation justified 6-5 favoritism to win this one by a length and 1/4 over Songhai and Eros and Psyche. Andrew Slattery Sr. trains this one with his son, Andy Slattery, getting the victory in the saddle. Kevin Shaw and Tommy Walsh partnership owns the victor.
They head on towards halfway. Clarage, Shane Foley over towards the far rail out in front, tracked by Eris and Psyche, Billy Lee, the green Suryashi, Luke McAteer, then the red colours of Powerful Nation, Andy Slattery, Magnum Force trying to make a little headway, but as they head on with a furlong and a half to race, Eclairage still out in front, chased by Eris and Psyche, challenging Powerful Nation over towards the far side, Suryashi coming home well, and Songhai hitting top gear, but Powerful Nation's coming through to take over and goes on. Songhai finishing well down the near side, but out in front, Powerful Nation will win the Midsummer Sprint for the Slattery, Songhai second.
And last from Ireland, we have the Darley Munster Cork Stakes, a Group 3 affair for fillies and mares, over 12 furlongs of good to yield going. Magical Hope, the 3-1 second choice, and a daughter of Frankel gave Colin Keane another stakes victory this month. The Paddy Toomey trainee was decisive, winning by 2 1/4 lengths over Les Merbat. And Franchise rounded out the top 3.
As they make the swing for home, 3.5 furlongs to race. Magical Hope on the rail. Go to My Lovely a close second, and they're followed in by Enfranchise up on the outside of Lem Serbat. See the boss is scrubbed along. Bubblegum behind them towards the inside. Butterfly Wings makes headway down the outside on the wide outside. Soft Wind. Elmira Chimera is also getting into the contention as they pass the 2. Magical Hope over on the rail. Still there, Go To My Lovely. Lem Serbat trying to challenge between horses in Franchise and the outside Soft Winds. But as they head to the furlong pole, Magical Hope out in front. Chased now by Soft Winds down the outside. Lem Serbat between them and Franchise. But well inside the final furlong is Magical Hope, and Colin Keane out in front. He's going to complete a double on the night. Wins the Munster Oaks for Paddy Toomey. From in second, Lem Serbat, and Franchise third.
Now let's head over to the UK, which of course was a bit quiet this week as everyone gets ready for the royal meeting on Tuesday through Saturday at Ascot. But before then we go to Sandown in York, which had a pair of stakes races. Over at Sandown at the 240 we had the Scurry Stakes, a listed affair over 5 furlongs. Town and Country, a son of Earthlight, won this nicely over Hold a Dream and Star of Maymas in a 3-way photo at the finish. Colin Keane got yet another stakes win on the month, where Henry de Bromhead, the trainer.
They zip through halfway in the 21st running of the Scurry Stakes, and it is over on the far side Marty Hopkirk, who has a lead of a neck. Racing in second, Hold a Dream. Towards the near side, Star of Mimas. Then over on the far side, Town and Country, looking for a little bit of racing room. Trying to close, Pearl of Windsor, Cota de Casa, and at the back of the field is Proudly Yours. They're inside the final furlong. Star of Mimas has taken the lead. Rallying towards the far side is Hold a Dream. Town and Country got out late, very late, but he's eating up the ground. Here comes the line. Town and Country on the far side.
And over at York, 20 minutes later, we had the Sky Bet Race to Ebor Grand Cup Stakes, a listed affair over 1 mile and 6 furlongs. It was a small field, but definitely full of talent, as Al Kareem, the old boy, got it done for Nick Bradley Racing, Cliff Lee in the saddle for Carl Burke. Absurd, the even money favorite, was in second, with Godolphin's El Cordobez second here at the Carnival earlier this year, finishing third.
Al Kareem has made it all to this point, still being tracked a length and a half back by Absurd, and then driven down the outside is Al Sakib and El Cordobes towards the far side. Now Al Kareem is called upon to try and extend the advantage, but if anything it's dwindled because Absurd, the pink cap, is coming there strongly. Driven up to challenge on the far side is El Cordobes, and Al Sakib needing more. Now Absurd is laying down his challenge to Al Kareem. It's Al Kareem just in front to Absurd. Al Kareem hasn't surrendered the lead yet. Absurd is going to have to work for this. Back in third and looking held is El Cordobes as Al Kareem just keeps on rolling. Al Kareem not stopping here. Absurd is in second place, but now some 2.5 lengths adrift, and racing up towards the line it is Al Kareem, the consistent Al Kareem, winning the Grand Cup under Clifford Lee for trainer Carl Burke.
Speaking of Godolphin, let's go over 3 nice maiden winners they had this week. First, at Sandown, we had a really nice one in 4-7 favorite Saba Desert. The son of Dubawi at a fine spun, took a keen hold, was prominent throughout, and won nicely in the end by 3/4 of a length over Carl Burke trainee Boiling Over. Charlie Appleby, of course, trains this horse with William Buick in the saddle. Alderford Castle finished third.
Tightly bunched as they race inside the final 1/4 of a mile. Berkshire smoking against the rail towards the outside, Boiling Over. Wider still, Saba Desert breezing into contention. Just a furlong to go, and it is Saba Desert taking on now Boiling Over, who is battling back tenaciously towards the inside rail. Now William Buick gets to work on Saba Desert, and Saba Desert has quickened up to win by half a length.
Just important to get some cover on him and do it, you know, as you would want to the first time out. He's a very nice horse, obviously, good attitude, good mind and everything, and I was, you know, very pleased with what he did there.
A little bit like race 1, there was a rival which had the benefit of experience that suddenly found and went with you, and again you've had to deliver. I know not as hard on him as you were in race 1, but I like the way you were able to find a little bit more.
Yeah, he's got plenty of pace. And it's, you know, when you ask him, he's there for you immediately. So he's a very talented colt.
About an hour earlier, another promising sort won in 2-year-old Rising Power, taking the Godolphin Blue to the wire, another 3/4 length victory for the home team. The son of Wooten Bassett out of Pussycat Lips was ridden by William Buick. Calavia finished second, with Milwaukee rounding out the top 3. This is definitely one to watch moving forward. And last of those Godolphin maiden wins for Charlie Appleby on the week was Silent Love, the filly winning well at Kempton on Wednesday. beating out Favorite Memory in the process. The 8-11 favorite was ridden by William Buick, of course. Another daughter of Dubawi to get a victory this week, she beat out Cloaks of Gold into third for Sheikh Mohammed Obayed. Shadwell's Al McGeeth rounded out the top four.
They've now got 2.5 furlongs to go. Not now Nathaniel being tackled on the outside by Silent Love. Wider still is Favourite Memory, who's staying on but at the one pace and with a slightly high head carriage. It is now Silent Love who goes into the lead. Favourite Memory, however, is giving chase in second, and then in third is Cloaks of Gold, and then El McGeeth. They're racing down towards the final half furlong. Silent Love being driven out here by William Buick, but the lead is still a length and a half over Favourite Memory, and up towards the line it is Silent Love who wins.
Now let's head over to the United States of America at Monmouth. The Naira Bets Pegasus, a listed affair, kicked off the stakes action there for 3-year-olds, $162,000 on the line at a mile and a 16th, 2 turns. Bracket Buster got it done for BBN Racing, Victoria Oliver, and Alex Concepcion in the saddle, winning by a widening 7 lengths over Flurry Racing's Wild and Crazy Night, and Valentinian carrying those famous colors of Stone Street and Eclipse.
Bracket Buster getting away. He's 2 lengths ahead. Now it's 2.5 at the top of the lane here. Wild and Crazy Night trying to re-rally. He's second. Garamond down on the rail. He's in trouble. Bracket Buster increasing the lead. He's got 7 lengths ahead. Bracket Buster and Axel Concepcion. He's going to wrap this one up. He's punched his ticket to the Naira Bets Haskell in the Naira Bets Pegasus. Bracket Buster loved the slop, and he was geared down.
Next up, we had the listed Monmouth Stakes, $150,000 on the line, 3-year-olds and up, over a mile and an eighth on the grass, and saw a nice chance for redistricting a Group 1 horse in his own right to get himself back in line for Chad Brown, Clarovich Stables, and Flavian Pratt in the saddle. Final margin of victory was 5 lengths, beating out Otago, who was another 2 lengths ahead of at last.
Redistricting, getting away to a 2-length lead. Otago switching outside to try to run him down. It's these two 1-2 with 1 furlong to go. Redistricting, asked to finish, and he's got plenty for the final furlong here, and is a nice kick as he opens up 3 on the good going on the grass today. It's going to be Redistricting, a dominant winner in the Monmouth Stakes. Otago was second.
And last but not least, perhaps the biggest race on the day over at Monmouth on Saturday was the Salvatore Mile. A Grade 3 affair, $150,000 on the line, 3-year-olds and up, over a 2-turn mile. Bishop's Bay backed up his win last time in graded company and got it done over Godolphin-bred Nelson Avenue into second. The final margin of victory was 5 lengths. Brad Cox trained the winner for Spendthrift Farms and Partners. Flavian Pratt got his second stakes win on the day. Rounding out the top 3 was Surface to Air for Premier Stables.
Top of the lane, and Bishop's Bay puts away Nelson Avenue right now, getting to the fence and opens up, extends stride, and kicks onto a 3-length lead at once. Nelson Avenue second. Awesome Ruda a little bit tired in third, passed by Surface to Air late. Bishop's Bay coming to the 16th pole. He's got it. And how consistent is this guy? Bishop's Bay, all he does is run well every time he shows up in the afternoon, and he's another Grade 3 win here for him.
And we started with Group 1 action. We're going to end with Group 1 action on the day. This time we go all the way to the Eastern Hemisphere with Japan, with the Takarusuka Kinen, the biggest race of the summer and the end of the semi-racing season there before we get a bit of a quiet spell throughout Japan. The Hanshin Classic went to Dubai alum Meisho Tabaru stealing it on the front end with Yutaka Take in the saddle for Mamoru Ishibashi. The Yoshio Matsumoto-owned son of Gold Ship was 10-1 in the market. Bellagio Opera, the 3-1 favorite, finished second, while another Dubai alum, Justin Palace, rounded out the top 3 at a fat 31-1 long shot.
They run down the side in the Takarusuka Kinen. Meisho Tabaru's been there from almost the get-go. Running second, Jun Take. Now out 3 wide is Bellagio Opera. Liberian Glass, the rail under pressure. Starting to come in, Yoho Lake. Picking up now is Regalera. Shonan Lapunta chimes in. Losing ground the fence to Retza. Pradaria under pressure. Urban Schick chimes in. Wider out, starting to pick up. Now is Justin Palace. Back to the inside, Lord Del Rey. Riding for luck along the rail. They've got down with 250 to run. Here comes Bellagio Opera, but still in front to the 200-metre mark. Meisho Tabaru on the inside's got a kick. Meisho Tabaru, Yutaka Take might go all the way. Mayshow Tabarou's going to hold them off. Running home, Chuck Nate, and out wide, Justin Palace. They hit the line.
Now let's look at what's coming up this week, and there's no surprise what we're going to have. It is Royal Ascot, kicking off on Tuesday and going all the way through Saturday with multiple group affairs, many Group 1s, and some of the best horses in the world. We'll be covering that and much more next week here on Past the Post. We hope to see you here, hope that you have a great week, and may all your photo finishes be winning ones.